Program this morning on ITV on independent television. Yes, we have on set this morning the leader of those civil society organizations, leftist Omobude Ago. And of course, leftists, you're welcome to the program this morning on ITV. I know you had to defile your protest this morning to be here. Now, we also have Comrade Odion Olaye, who is going to be joining us via the WhatsApp call. Comrade Odion, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Nice to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Now, we'll just start with you. We know that you are set for the protest. There's no doubt about that, because as at the last time I spoke with you, you told me that there's nothing that a kind of a press release has been issued, that all affiliate bodies and of course all NLC units should ensure that they embark on the protest this morning. But our concern is, how do we guarantee a peaceful protest? So that's our concern here. Let's start from there.
Yes, by special grace of God, it's going to be very peaceful. I've written to the Commissioner of Police and the Director of SSS. Not only written, I also met with both of them, where I tell them to provide police and SSS to follow us from Forum Square. And I also went further to tell both of them they should send their men to be patrolling outside area like Upper Sakombai, Kubai, Ubowo, places like that. And anywhere they find people gathering in the name of protest, they should ensure they dispatch them away from there. The only venue we are going to gather for the protest is about Forum Square in Ring Road, where we just move from there to the State House of Assembly, Government House, NUJ with dispatch. So we will not give chance for hoodlums to attack the process.
Okay. All right. So you said people will gather, you know. Now, how do we know those that are gathering to protest, or those that are gathering for some other things? How do we identify them today? Are you telling your protesters to maybe dress in a certain way, or to go around with some certain items? It's
very easy for us to know them. We'll be protesting. We are not just, this is not the first time we are protesting. I am a long member of Nigeria Labour Congress. Before we leave that venue, we'll call chairman and secretary of all affiliate unions.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, comrade, go on.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, comrade, go on, we're with you.
Yes, before we leave.
Hello, comrade.
We leave the venue of our gathering.
Yeah.
We will make sure we do accreditation, union by union. The state chairman and their secretary will come up to identify their members. That place is big. As we identify them from side A to go to side B, then after finish with the accreditation with the affiliate union, any person still remaining there, we ask them how come about and what are they are doing there.
Okay, now we do not know whether you will protest. Nobody can say that you cannot protest or you should not protest. But are you going to be mindful of normal daily life of people? I mean, people have to go about their normal daily life and all that. So are we going to shut that down as people protest this morning?
We are not shutting any place down. It's not a strike. I mean, it's not a strike, yes, because if it's a strike, that's where we can shut places down. Our protest this morning, we have met with the affiliate, the state chairman and secretary of the affiliate union, asking them to bring members. Maybe some union will bring 20, 30, so on and so forth. Those are the only people we are moving from about Environment Square, as I've earlier said, to Government House or House of Assembly, where we register our protest to any of these two places. From there, we will also dispatch. We are not shutting anywhere, and we did not ask workers not to go to work. We only ask the affiliate union to bring some few members for the protest.
All right. Now, a while ago, we read, from one of the major headlines, major newspapers in the country this morning, that federal government has declared this your protest this morning as illegal. Does it bother you in any way that NLC is probably embarking on an illegal protest this morning?
It's not an embarrassing one, and it's not stopping us. They are free to say anything they want to say. When we give them 7 days of ultimatum, that's about a month ago, and they quickly run to the courts and restrain the Congress for striking. Our whole plan is to go on strike, pending when they met with our demands. But now we are also in the court trying to remove that restraining order. Then the next, and while the discussion is still going on, and the national body have seen the federal government, they are not prepared to shift ground. Even after restraining, and they said the negotiation should continue, they are not prepared to shift ground. And to tell the world is for us to protest. So they are this thing, their statements cannot stop us. It is only our national body that can stop us.
Okay, now.
So, and I think when they are saying that, we also want the whole world to know that TUC are the one betraying the workers and the entire citizen of Nigeria. We, Nigeria Labour Congress, will still remain. We are resolute. We are going to the protest, and TUC is not joining us. The reason for it, we don't know. And if you watch them yesterday, like you were saying, you read some dailies, it is the TUC president that was with them. So our president was not there. Our general secretary was not there. In short, the committee set up to be meeting with the federal government, none of them were there.
You know, the TUC and the NLC, they go together. I mean, they are more or less like twins, a particular mother now. Now, if we have this situation whereby NLC want to register its grievances, the TUC is not coming forth. Now, to what extent can we really achieve what is intended to achieve, Comrade Olaye?
Yes, thank you very much. We have enough affiliate union to do what we want to do, and we will achieve what we want. The TUC, yes, they are also a labor union, but the affiliate union is very meager. So the number of the affiliate union Nigeria Labour Congress have is enough for us to do whatever we want to do, and we, by His grace, we will achieve what we want.
Okay. All right. So let me pause you there, Comrade Olaye. Please, we employ that you stay on so that we return to our guest in our studio here. We'll have leftist Omobudeago, who is a leader with Edo State Civil Society organizations. Leftist, welcome to the program this morning on ITV.
Good morning.
Let me thank you. I know it took you so much to come here this morning. And now, leftist, let's start from the civil society organizations in the country. Are they together on this fight?
Which of the fights?
On this protest now. Let me not use the word fight now.
The protest of today.
The protest of today.
Okay. Good morning, Nigerians, and those that are hearing me and seeing me from wherever they are. Let me appreciate you and the management of ITV for this opportunity again. This is my first time on the screen after 3 years.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Because I've been down. You know, I've been down.
Thank you so much.
So I've been down. So coming to the studio this morning will be a little strange for me. So don't mind my behavior.
Yeah.
I'll be like a very first time again. And on the issue, the question you just asked, today's protest was not called by the civil society, but by the Nigerian Labour
Congress
or the organized labor.
Yeah.
Whom by the virtue of what I just heard from Ojola, who is the NLC state chairman, it shows too that the organized labor is no more organized. They are a little bit disorganized labor, or government have succeeded in doing divide and rule to get their way through. So in this, in the direct answer is to say that the civil society, we are organized. So I can say we have a more organized civil society network in the country now, and why the government is seriously tearing down the organized labor. They are so if I'm hearing now that the TUC is not part of this protest, though the protest for me has its own issues, the way they called it, and the manner at which is be organizing it, and the body language, you know, even at that, the civil society will not come out to condemn the protest. We would have participated, but just from behind, you know, to give the backup to the organized labor's call for this protest. You know, we will not say we're against it, but we will not totally say we're in support, because we've lost trust, completely lost. Nigerians, so as a civil society person, I can speak for Nigerians. I'm not speaking for workers. The labor will rather speak for workers and for their salaries and their benefits. But our society will speak for everybody, for that which works for all of us. Yeah. So we'll say Nigerians have actually totally lost confidence and trust for the organized labor. Yeah. But for once, we would have said, okay, let's see what they can do this time. That's what we're all just waiting to hear. What can the NSC and the TUC together do this time? Let's watch what will happen today, so that we can follow from behind to avoid the heartbreak. Okay. Because they have broken our hearts severally, and we are all guarding our heart very jealously now. Okay. But hearing from the state chairman now, that the TUC have also pulled out is a bigger disappointment, or a bigger heartbreak, even this morning right here in the studios. So that's
okay. Now the reason why I have to ask that question, whether the civil society organizations, if they are really together. Now on our news this morning, if you listen to our news on radio, and of course you watched the 6:30 AM news on television, we read that 16 northern-based civil society groups under the aegis of the Coalition of Arewa Civil Society Organizations have pulled out on the grounds that the indefinite strike action will damage the fragile economy and cause more hardship to the ordinary citizens. So a major number like that, 16. So that's what I'm asking. Are you put together?
Yeah, like I said, we can say we have a more formidable organized civil society organizations nationwide now. We are building on. But that body they call the Coalition of Northern Nigerian Society, that one is not part of the society. Those are the political, they're actually NGOs basically. And there's a difference between the NGOs. Exactly there's a difference between NGOs and the civil society movement. One is a movement, one is, they call them development partners. We are not in like what development partners. We're a civil society movement, those that are conscious of deliberate development of the society or our Nigerian state. We don't depend on some fundings from anywhere or some persons to give us the project to do. We think our project and we decide on how to pursue the project. We give it a time and we pursue to its logical conclusion. So those persons that came up with that, of course, I'm sure those persons have never been seen anywhere before. They've never been heard anywhere before until now. I think it is deliberate to discredit. Their purpose was designed to discredit this protest called by the organized labor. I think government since the day before yesterday have been trying to do everything to make sure that this action by the organized labor today does not happen. That's why you could see that the coalition from Northern Nigerian Civil Society Coalition, who that you have never heard of before, you have never seen before, have never talked about the issue of bad roads, have never talked about the issue of political power supply, have never talked about the non-functionality of our refineries, and all the terrible things that happen in this country, but suddenly they can come and pull out from the organized labor's protest. Another question is, were they even a part of the protest? Were they even consulted? Were they invited to join the protest? If you are not part of a thing, how do you now pull out of what you are not part of? It is just to rubbish the effort of the organized labor, or to discredit the protest of today. That is why the TUC, from what I've heard from Olai, have also come out to say they are also pulling out. And government, from what I heard you read now, government are also saying that this protest is illegal. Is any protest legal? So if the protest, if you have never credited any protest to be legal, how then do you arrive at an illegal protest? Government of Nigeria, this present administration, is not sincere to itself, not talk of sincere to Nigerian people. They just want all Nigerians to be quiet so that they can just run over us as if we are defeated people.
Okay. Now, I'll let you say all that because it's your opinion. You know, here we allow our guests to air their opinion, provided it is said in a certain way that it do not further, you know, maybe misinform other people. Now, Comrade Odiolaye, we still have you there. Comrade, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Comrade. Okay. Now, a while ago, you said when I was trying to, you know, tell you that the federal government has declared your protest illegal because they have a restraining order that this protest should not hold. Then you also said that the NLC also filed a restraining order that they should go on the protest. But from the way you spoke then, it appears that you do not have your own order restraining the government to prevent you not to go on protest. So if that is the situation, don't you think that your protest is illegal after all, if you don't have such order to go on with your protest? Hello, Comrade.
Hello?
Yeah, Comrade, hello?
Yes. I can hear you.
You understand the question?
I understand the question. You are misquoting me.
Okay.
I didn't say we take the federal government, we are trying to restrain them from stopping us. I said they restrain us for not going to not to go on strike.
Okay.
They restrain us not to go on strike. They didn't talk anything about protest.
Okay.
In that prayer, they didn't put a protest. They said we are also in the court challenging that restraining order. We want the court to vacate that restraining order of a strike, so that the Congress can urge its member to go to strike.
Okay.
Since they restrain us not to strike, the next avenue for us, the next action for us is to protest, to the whole world to know. And that is why we have chosen today for the nationwide protest.
Okay. Now,
so I never said we are taking federal government to court to restrain them not to stop us from doing anything. They have already taken us to court and they restrain us as at the time we gave them the previous 7 days ultimatum to go back to the former fuel price while we are negotiating.
okay.
Within that 7 days expiration, they went to court and restrained us.
Okay. Now, beautiful.
So that's where we are.
Yeah, beautiful that you have to clear that now. Now, some newspapers this morning said, you know, the write-up is that the protest begins today, while some just wrote the protest is today. Now, the question is, this protest, how long is it going to last? Is it just only for today, or it continues after today?
Well, the directive from our national headquarters, the protest has to be today and tomorrow. And if there's going to be another directive, probably the day runs out, I don't know. protest as directed by the national headquarters is today and tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So we'll still just leave you there for that. We'll pause you there so that we can come back to Comrade.
I need to join my people. I'm organizing them. I told you before, I'm already on the feed about Vorame Square where we are organizing. So if you pause me, quickly come back.
All right then. All right. All right, sir. So just give me like 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. I'll be back to you so that you can go on your protest now. Now, back to you, leftist Omobudeago. You see, our concern is that we have a peaceful protest now, just like what Comrade Olayi said, that they are going to have those that are going to protest, and in a way that people will not go about public peace and all that. Now, for the civil society organizations, do you have such charge to your members too?
Our members are everybody that's Nigerian. We believe that everybody have right to protest if they are aggrieved about a thing. And protest is a right, it's a very fundamental human right. Just like we just got a judgment recently from the court over an issue too. So the pronouncement has made over and over again. For Comrade Ojonlaye to have said that they've instructed police to dispatch every other gathering apart from the NLC gathering for protest today, I think that too is infringement on the right of citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. All Nigerians are aggrieved.
No, he was trying to say any other gathering that is not peaceful. I mean, he didn't say that people cannot gather.
It is a peaceful. You see, any other gathering in the name of protest.
Okay, in the name of protest, yeah.
That is already directly infringing in the right of other Nigerian citizens who are also aggrieved.
No, but you cannot say so. Some persons may gather to want to disrupt the peace under the guise of protesting. That's what he's talking about.
They are not wrong too. They are not wrong too. Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are hungry. Nigerians are frustrated. Nigerians are depressed. People will express themselves in different ways. It is now left for government to consider all these reactions and think of how to solve it. Do you understand? So that NLC want to protest and they think others should not protest because they are protesting, that in its own is insult to the sensibility of other Nigerian citizens. I will tell you, NLC was designed to cater for the welfare of workers, public workers. Now, the public workers in Nigeria are not up to 10% of the population of Nigeria, if I'm not even over exaggerating. Okay? So, you cannot say that because you cater for the welfare of that amount of the population of Nigerians, other Nigerians don't have a say or have a way. Do you understand? So, I think that the NSC, if they call for protest and others want to join them, good. If others also choose to do their own separately, even on the same day, the days were made by God for all of us. There is no day meant for NSC and a day made for other Nigerians. People have right to protest. They say no, we are scared so that hoodlums will not hijack it. Those hoodlums were not born hoodlums. They became hoodlums because of the failing or the failed system of Nigeria.
Yeah, what about those that are not hoodlums? I mean, still.
I know. I'm using the worst.
Yeah.
When they say hoodlums, I'm using the worst of descriptions to analyze the entire activity.
Yeah.
When they say hoodlums, I think that again is also derogatory. Those people you call hoodlums were not born hoodlums. They became hoodlums because of the failure of the system. So when they now want to come and exhibit their hoodlumness, you want to think that you want to classify them as criminals. Then you yourself that describe them as criminals, you're also criminally thinking. That is why you see them as criminals.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to Comrade Ojonlaye now, because he told me that his members are waiting. Hello, Comrade. Hello.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Quickly, before we let you go now, we have about 5 things that you are actually requesting for. If we have that in our system here, we had that a while ago, so we can see that again now. We have things that you were actually requesting for. Now, let me just read them to you one after the other. You have immediate implementation in good faith of the resolution with Congress jointly signed with government and TUC. Then we also have the immediate reversal of all anti-poor policies of government, including the recent hike in PMA price, school fees, and VAT. Then fix our local refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna. Then also you are requesting for the release of 8 months withheld salaries of university lecturers and workers. Then you are also requesting for accord appropriate recognition and support to the Presidential Steering Committee and the work of its subcommittees. Then lastly, to put a stop to inhuman actions and policies of government. Now, the big question, and perhaps my final question to you this morning, all these, are they not maybe too much to ask in one contest in this situation right now?
Thank you very much.
My name is Evans. Yeah, my name is Evans. I'm Evans. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
The demand is not so much for federal government. The reason why it's not so much for federal government, the demand don't just start today. The demand did not start today. This negotiation have been going on for years. If federal government have continued to do one after another, fine. And out of this demand, if they are able to meet up to maybe 3, as is something bother the people, the citizens of Nigeria, well, we'll say, okay, let us bear with them since they meet up to about 3, and they should also give us time to finish with the rest. But no one they have accepted to comply with. No one they have accepted. So it's not too much. We don't just start the demand today.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah. Well, with you.
And again, let me quickly clear one impression said by Comrade Omobude. Nigerian Labour Congress.
Yeah. Hello, comrade. Okay. Just some connect. All right. Go on now.
Hello.
Yeah, we're with you, comrade.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're with you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
The workers of Nigeria, the workers in Nigeria, they are not 10%. We will go to that one another day. I want Omobude to have that one in the back of his mind. And secondly, the Nigerian Labour Congress is not stopping any person or
All right, still going through some connection problem.
When the first question you asked me is that how this protest is going to be peaceful.
Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah.
At the same time, I've written to DSSS, and I also tell them to go out. Anywhere there is gathering, they should dispatch them. Because we are doing our protest today, and tomorrow other persons can do their protest other day. We are not stopping them. We don't say it is only us that will protest to the government before the government will listen to the people of Nigeria. Thirdly, as I speak with you, other civil society have been calling me. People like Kola, Domayi, what's the name of this other, my friend? About 3 of them. And as I speak with you, they say they are joining us in the protest, and they ask me, where are we conveying ourselves? And I told them about Borame Square. So, and they say they promise to join us there. As we are doing accreditation today, after finishing with the accreditation of the affiliate unions, then any civil society who also join us there, we also accredit them through their leaders. Then all of us will go together. We don't want a situation where we are gathering ourselves in a ring road, and some people are gathering themselves in Upper Ikubai, Ugbawo, doing another different thing. No, that's why I will ask the police to please go around. If there's any other gathering in the name of protest, they should dispatch them.
Okay.
Any person who wants to join Nigeria Labour Congress in the protest today, let them come to about Foramen Square. While we screen them, we know the numbers of members they bring. We know that they are with us.
Okay.
So that the something cannot be hijacked. The protest cannot be hijacked with hoodlums. So that's our position.
Okay. All right. So we want to say a very big thank you because we've taken much of your time this morning. You can hear the blare of the horn. It shows that you're already outside with your members, ready to go on a peaceful protest. So, Comrade Odionlaye, thank you so much. Please ensure, we repeat the word now, ensure that it should be a peaceful protest. So, are you going to promise us that on this program this morning, Comrade? Hello, Comrade. Hello. Hello, Comrade. I need to take that word from you now. Hello, Comrade.
Hello?
Yeah, Comrade, will you promise Nigerians that your protest will be peaceful?
The power of Almighty God.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you so much, Comrade. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amoru Gukpo.
My name is Evans, not Amoru Gukpo now. All right, so we've been speaking with Comrade Odionlaye there. That's the NLC chairman in Edo State. Talking about one or two things that we need to know about the protest. Now, back to you now, leftist Omobude Ago. I think what Comrade Olaye was trying to say, it's, you know, that people should not mix things up today. He's not saying that people cannot also protest, but for today, that they should leave it to NLC today, tomorrow, because you are looking at it that it's an infringement on fundamental human rights.
Insult.
But looking at the volatile you know, situation that protest may turn to in Nigeria, don't you think it is right after all?
What can be more volatile than the bad and terrible situations that Nigerians are in right now? What can be more volatile than that? Even though Nigerians have been captured mentally by, let me basically say, religion. What can be more volatile than where we are now? Many countries that are in turmoil now because of the revolution of the people have not come close to what we are going through now. So, with what the NLC chairman is kept repeating, it makes me laugh. At what point do you conclude that today, Wednesday, was given to you by God?
No, but let us not be judgmental here now.
I'm not judgmental. I'm angry because it's infringing on the right of citizens. I'm a civil society activist.
Yeah, but it's not the time for us to be angry at
each other. It shouldn't say so. I think that they should go ahead and have their protest and allow other people, including hoodlums, as they claim, to go ahead and do their protest. Nobody is smiling. We are just managing. You understand? We're all pretending to be happy. When they say, how are you, say fine. Deep down your heart, you know you have sinned because you are not fine. So the point to be made here is this. Please, that I would have preferred him to have made here is this. Nigerians should go about their protest, but peacefully in wherever they are.
Okay.
Don't say because if it's not NLC that are assembling at a particular point, every other one should be dispatched by the police. You are losing the government dogs on the people. It's not fair. You know, but anyway, like I said, we are in support of this protest. We are not against this protest. Even if I don't use the word participating, we are not in opposition to this protest. Yeah. Yes, we think that it is the right thing to be done, even though we think that it is not done, it is not timely, and it is not mobilizing properly for it. Apart from this protest, or there is any order against the NLC on strike, there are other tools given to the NLC. What happened to the sit and rule, which is the most powerful tool by the organized labor? They must make demand. We are here still speaking grammar. The president is going to sign 110 billion naira to the National Assembly. A few people of less than 60 people in population. They are giving 70 billion to the Senate and 40 billion to the House of Reps to cushion the effect of this petrol increment. That one is enough anger for the organized labor to say, Nigerians, let's come out. But like I said, Nigerians have also lost confidence in the organized labor. And I am not part of those that have lost confidence, because I have known from the beginning that the structure of the organized labor is for the welfare of their workers only,
Anyway,
who may not be more than 10% of the population of Nigeria.
Okay, so we'll also let you go now, Comrade Leftist Omobudeago, so that you can go about your peaceful protest this morning. We repeat the word peaceful protest this morning. Comrade, are you going to promise Nigerians that your protest will be peaceful? Because that's what we care for.
Of course.
Okay.
If I'm having a protest, it's for the betterment of the Nigerian people. So the protest must be peaceful,
okay,
so that it will not disrupt or destroy the Nigerian people whom we are.
And of course, we can still have a free flow of traffic, because yes, we can still have that now. For those coming from town, no, you are going to assure us here. You are going to assure us here, because for those coming from town to this part of the city, Olukwazix, they go through a whole lot of traffic issues when the road is thoroughly blocked. So even as we protest, let the traffic have its free flow.
The Benin parable will say, the madman says, "Now the fire when I put for here, I know. The one with the bomb for there, I don't know." As far as I'm concerned, every Nigerian is affected by whatever is happening. So I expect all Nigerians to join the protest by themselves
and it should be
park their cars.
And it should
consider
and it should be peaceful. It should be peaceful.
Yes, it should be peaceful.
All right, so that's the last one we take from Comrade Omobudeago on this issue, Leftist Omobudeago on this issue this morning. We read some of the requisitions that the NLC is making to the federal government. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 requisitions that the NLC has tendered before the federal government. And also, we also told you that the acting Inspector General of Police has actually warned that any act of gangsterism, any act of vandalism under the guise of protest will not be tolerated. And of course, any person caught in that, in that line will be dealt with accordingly. So that's to let you know that the protest should not and cannot and will not be hijacked by unscrupulous elements in the society. Go about and protest peacefully, and of course you will make your mark known to the government. Comrade, thank you so much one more time for finding time to come.